here with Blaze coach Danny Stewart after the home loss against Guildford. Danny, that's a rough weekend at the office. What are you thinking?
Yeah, very tough. No, it's a frustrating weekend.
What do you go into the room and say after those back-to-back losses?
Well, I mean, obviously, it made my feelings clear last night. Last night was just disinterested, lack of effort. You know, we went into a building that you got to play ugly hockey. You know, and we tried to finesse our way into a game, and it just doesn't work. And you know, they didn't even have to do much. You know, they're a great team, Manchester, but they didn't have to do much against us last night. Tonight, you could tell from the start we were still feeling the effects. You know, I made it clear last night wasn't good enough, and we're still feeling the effects of last night. And you know what? It's evident tonight. You know, that sums us up in a nutshell, that we're just a team that rides the waves. You know what I mean? We were feeling the effects of last night. We spot them 4 goals, and then we get 1, we get 2, and then all of a sudden we look like a hockey team again. We're all over them in the second period. You know, unfortunately we got 1 back, or gave them 1 back, and then we got 1 back, and we're in a hockey game. We're going to third in a hockey game, and then as soon as they got the 6th, heads down, and the belief goes away. Would
you say that game was almost a microcosm of the whole season?
Yeah, that's similar to what I just said, yeah.
It's a tough question, Danny, but where do we go from here?
Well, it's tough, but we just got to find our way through it. You know, all year we've said, you know, these games, you know, stretches like this, it's the only guys that are going to get us through it is the guys in that room. And I mean, you can say everything you want, but when you're down and you're playing stressed and you're playing with a lack of confidence, like that's what happens. Those are the weekends that happen. And I don't know, maybe the result of a few close games that maybe we should have won again. You know, we played good hockey last weekend, came away with nothing. And the guys start doubting themselves, and you could see it in their game. They doubt themselves.
And it just takes that one shift, that one goal. Noticeably, the bench was up. I was looking at the body language. A lot of guys sat down. The goal goes in. All the guys are on their feet. You can see the energy, can't you?
Yeah, it's just confidence. It's just confidence. It is. You know what I mean? These guys, they're scared of bad things to happen. And when you play scared, good things aren't going to happen. And we got to find a way through it. Like I said, there's no magic wand. They can't. You know, I'm constantly, you know, trying to be positive here, and you know, holding guys accountable at the same time. But you can. No coach can just go in there and have wave a magic wand and come up with some unbelievable speech, and then you know it just turns around like that. You know, confidence, momentum. You got to find it. You got to find it through, you know, playing good hockey and getting results. Unfortunately.
Let's go through the injury list. No Marco Vallerand tonight. Luke Ferrara out injured, and Kevin Noble suspended. Do we know when we're going to get Luke and Marco back?
Luke's a couple weeks away, unfortunately, and Marco, I'm not sure. We'll have to get him looked at, you know, in depth this weekend, and just see where we go from there. But at the end of the day, we still got enough bodies there to put in better performances than we did tonight. So I'm not going to sit here and blame it on injuries.
And Nathan Salem was the man of the match tonight. His assist on that goal, the little spinorama behind the net, that was quite special. Are we going to be able to keep him around?
Yeah, he's a good player. You know, he's obviously signed full time with Peterborough, but we're going to try and use him as much as possible. You know, obviously, adding another Brit gives us another body that, you know, we don't have to work in with the import levels, and so you know, he did a great job tonight. You know, it obviously take a big adjustment. That's a big jump from that level to here. So he did some good things tonight, and you know, whenever we can use him, we'll use him.
Thank you, Danny.
Yep.